Hello guys, Robot1 here, and I'm here today with...
Jared Treatise.
He top 16'd along with me with, what was it?
I'm playing Blue Eyes Ritual variant.
Yeah, one of the most interesting... Shut up! One of the most interesting decks in the top 16, so I thought I'd get a deck profile for you guys. So you want to just get into it, or do you want to say anything?
Yeah. So I chose this variant because I've been playing Monarchs for a long time and I'm just bored of those long games. So I made an FTK based build and it did me well today, man. It was quite consistent.
Okay.
Let me kick off with the list.
Okay, let's go.
Alright. So we got your Searcher first, Triple Manju.
Okay.
This card is so good, it basically adds consistency and it explains itself. Don't really need to say much about that. We got Triple Alternative Dragon.
Okay.
We still play the alternative in this build because it just provides XYZ material, it provides synchro material, it pops things and it just puts damage on the board for more OTKs.
Okay.
Triple Blue Eyes, this obviously enables all of our plays, it lets you summon alternative, it lets you summon Chaos Max, and yeah, you can bring it back from the grave with the revival cards and it puts more damage on the board. More synchro material, XYZ material. We got Triple Chaos Max Dragon. This is your win condition, and if the game ever grinds out a bit longer than you want it to, you can just sit on this card. It can't be destroyed, it can't be targeted, so it's difficult to out it for a lot of decks. Okay. Unless you're playing Monarchs.
Yeah.
Then we got Triple Maxi. This is just for consistency and to mess with your opponent as well, because we want to go second with this deck, so we want to have turn 1 plays on their turn. Double White Stone of the Ancients. This is here basically just for synchro fodder and to enable synchro plays, level 9 synchro plays, and it also lets your Galaxy dark matter plays be a bit stronger, because if you send this to the grave you can add something back, so it's like a pseudo search engine. Okay. And the last monster is Glow Up Bulb. This basically just lets you synchro more, lets you make Crystal Wing, which is pretty good.
Would you ever play Sage?
Sage, in this variant, I was running Sage before, but generally you want your normal summon to be Manju. Okay. Just to add consistency, like Sage can be a brick in hand, so it doesn't contribute too much to the deck. It doesn't do as much as Stone, so rather than playing the Sage, I'd rather put the third Stone in, but... Fair enough. Yeah, there's no need for Sage in this variant.
Okay, so is that all your monsters?
That's the monster lineup, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18.
Okay.
Now for the spells, we've got 1 for 1. That's the only one-off, just to summon the Glow Up Bulb and the stones, and it's a discard outlet as well for those dead Blue Eyes in hands. Okay. Triple Pot of Desires.
Okay, what's your reasoning behind these Triple Pot of Desires?
Well, this card just basically unbricks you a lot. Like, this is a combo deck at the end of the day, so the +1 is always healthy, and we play triple everything, so it's quite unlikely to banish every card that you need with the 10. Okay. So generally, it's just fantastic because it makes your deck 10 smaller, so it makes it easier to draw into the things you need.
Did you ever banish all 3 Blue Eyes?
I haven't, not today anyway, not in this event.
Okay.
In friendly playtesting I have before, but it's just very unlikely in terms of statistics and probability. We play Triple Swords of Concealing Light. Okay. This is a win more card, man. It literally just flips them down so you can do double piercing, and it can stop your opponent from making plays. It can lock their monsters off. It can out a lot of problem monsters. It basically any monster that can't be targeted or destroyed with that like pseudo towers effect, you could just out it with that. Kirin, all of that kind of stuff. Next we've got Triple Trading. We've got 9 targets and we've got 3 ways to, and we've got 6 ways to search those targets. So Trading's a great consistency card. Triple Melody. This is your reinforcements to the army. Just adds Chaos Max, adds alternative, adds Blue Eyes to the hand. Triple Advanced Ritual Art. Obviously this lets us summon Chaos Max Dragon, and it puts the Blue Eyes to the grave, which lets you summon it back with Return of the Dragon Lords. Okay. This card is really good because it lets you make XYZ and synchro plays, but also if you've got this in the grave while you've got a Chaos Max on the field, it just becomes that much harder to out because they can't get over it by battle either.
So essentially Monster Reborn with crack.
Yeah, Monster Reborn and My Body as a Shield and Wabaku in one basically. Then we got triple twin twister because we hate back row. Specifically, we hate solemn warning and vanity's emptiness. Strike doesn't do much, but still, it's good because it's a discard outlet as well for those dead blue eyes and those stones. And one chaos form. This is for when advanced ritual art becomes dead.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's the whole deck.
Did you ever use chaos form?
Yeah, definitely. As I say, like after you summon, you always want to see this first, but you need to play the chaos form because this can become dead, especially after using Pot of Desires. It often becomes dead like turn 2, turn 3.
Okay.
And you can also, like, it's really easy to get, like, alternative becomes Blue Eyes in the Grave as well.
Yeah.
So if you trade in that, you can Chaos Form it, or there's a lot of ways to use Chaos Form.
Okay, so is that the whole deck?
Whole deck, no traps, 41 in total.
Okay. So do you want to see your side or extra first?
I don't mind. You can do the side.
Okay.
There you go. Oh no, that's my monster count. Oh no, we'll do that extra first. Double Spirit.
Okay.
Discard Floodgates Pendulum, Floodgates BA, and it lets you go into your other dragons. You only really need one in this variant, but I was playing the other variant before, and I just didn't have time to change the extra deck. Double Azure Rise. This lets you bring back Blue Eyes from the grave, and it makes all your dragons untargetable and undestroyable by card effects.
Okay.
You've got Spark Dragon, Michael, and Black Rose Moonlight Dragon. These are basically more targets for Spirit and removal. And this card, you can summon it with Spirit on your opponent's turn, and it kind of makes it harder for them to play. It's a suboptimal play, but if you're ever in a pinch, you can do that. And these level 7s let you make Crystal Wing as well.
Okay.
Because that's the play. You go 1-for-1, summon the Glow Up Bulb, and then with the return of the Dragon Lords or the alternative dragon, you bring back the Blue Eyes, sync for the Spirit, summon out the Michael or the Moonlight, and then you bounce a card or remove a card, bring Glow Up Bulb back, and then sync into Crystal Wing. It's hard for like the mirror match especially to get around. This card is just kind of in there because it does out certain things, but you never really summon it.
Did you ever summon it during the event?
No, not once.
Fair enough.
In theory, in the mirror match, it's good because it gets over Spirit, it gets over Chaos Max because its banishing effect doesn't target. So yeah, it's pretty good in theory, but you never really find yourself in situations where you need it.
Okay.
Then onto the XYZs, we got Puppet Grinder. This is just to do damage, really. I'll say. It's your Castel. We got 38. Try and make the Monarch matchup a bit easier. And then we have the Galaxy Eyes Gang. These cards generate advantage basically. You go into this one first. This one outs big guys. So if they've got a Chaos Max on the field, you can boost your attack to 5/6 and beat over it. You put this one on top of this one. This one pops a face-up card. And then you finish with this one, which sends 3 dragons from your deck to your grave. That's the main reason I'm playing the White Stone of the Ancients, is because in this variant there's not a lot of stuff you need in your grave. But if you can summon this and you don't have a certain card that you need in your hand, you can just send 3 dragons and then banish the stone to add it back.
Okay.
It becomes like a pseudo search engine. And that's the whole 15 XYZs and synchros.
And now for your side deck.
Side deck's still a bit up in the air at the moment, like the format's kind of fluctuating, but yeah. Today for the event I played 2 DD Crows.
Okay.
BA, Monarch, and the mirror match. 2 Vela, Pepe, because they're only out to Chaos Max as Ignista, so this stops that. And it stops like Sorcerer and stuff. Dragolic, this is like a win more card. It literally switches things to defense and makes their defense 0.
How many times did you win with it?
Once.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh.
literally from 8k to 0, they had 2 Dantes on board. I summoned it. Dante with defense went to 0, just summoned out the Chaos Max. Beat directly for 8k. 1 game still. I didn't really side this today. It's mainly for the mirror, but it's alright against like BA. It's okay against Pepe, but yeah, I didn't side it much. I think when the Blue Eyes deck becomes more prominent, I will definitely side more game still because it outs Spirit, it outs Chaos Max as well.
Okay.
Double MST and 1 Cosmic Cyclone.
Why that ratio?
Initially, I guess it would probably be 3 Cyclone, but I just picked one up today. But Yeah, you need spell or trap removal in your side, obviously. This is better because it can banish Prime, it can banish Cosmo Town, it can banish like against metal foes and stuff. But yeah, not much thought went behind the ratio. I guess it could be anything you want really. This is just what I had to hand at the moment.
Okay.
Triple Book of Eclipse. This is like your second sword of Concealing Light. In a pinch, it can also disrupt like XYZ plays. It can disrupt your opponent attacking you directly. But yeah, mainly it's just a win more card. Flip their monsters down. Like any deck that plays problem monsters like pendulums or BAs or like it outs like Beatrice and all that kind of stuff, and it lets you attack for more damage. And then we have 2 traps in the side deck, just in case our opponent makes us go first. 1 Emptiness, 1 Floodgate Trap Hole. Obviously, Floodgate puts their monster into defense for you to inflict double piercing. And it's good against Pepe because it stops their summoning. And it's really good in the mirror match because if they summon a Chaos Max, you can flip it down and it's got 0 defense and you just inflict double piercing for game. And the 1 Emptiness, mirror match, BA, that kind of stuff.
Okay.
And that's it.
Any notable rounds before we end?
Notable
rounds.
Notable rounds. Yeah, when I won with Drago Lick and the Chaos Max, that was probably the most fun. Notable rounds against you, I guess, when you top deck that Joker on me.
Top deck Joker for game.
Yeah.
So anything else you want to say before we end this?
No, man. I just want to see Monarch get hit so that this deck can reach its full potential, basically.
Fair enough.
That's it, man. Big up.
Well, guys, this has been
CCG.
The CCG, the
London.
top 16 CCG champion, playing the Chaos Max variant of the Blue Eyes, the most interesting deck in the top 16. And yeah, guys, so thanks for watching and good luck in the future, man.
Yeah, thank you.
Bye.
Cheers.